Be quiet. I'm trying to get the glitter back into my beard.
Oh, gosh. You pre-glittered your beard.
You know, it settles at the bottom. Oh, shit, quiet. Welcome, everybody, to the Infernal Brotherhood of the Scruffy Looking Nerf Herders. This is a live YouTube streaming video podcast by Star Wars fans for Star Wars fans. And today we're going to be continuing our episodic spoiler-filled review of Obi-Wan Kenobi, Part 5.
Yeah. One last episode. It's done.
Well, supposedly, there is a possibility of a Season 2. And I still don't know how to feel about that.
How? Like, how? I don't understand.
Well, I mean, we don't know yet.
Right.
But that's the thing. Like,
Right.
I've read a few different things of Ewan McGregor and Deborah Chow saying, "Oh yeah, I mean, it was only supposed to be a limited run series, but you got a Season 2 figured out if they'll do it." So
really,
yeah. Again, though, we've got almost 20 years. Well, we've got about 10 years of where this is taking place. I mean, minus.
Yeah, you could have a crazy weekend.
Yeah.
You know? And that could just be an insane weekend of like just, you know, Tusken Raiders assaulting fucking Owen's fucking moisture farm. Like you could have, okay, yeah, you could do it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I mean, I don't give a shit. I'll watch anything Ewan McGregor's in.
Especially
him as Obi-Wan. Just fucking it could just be an hour of him just standing there going, "Hello there," and I'd be like, "Yeah, no, this is prime cinema."
Just on loop, yeah. I've watched every one of his motorcycle documentaries. And I was just watching it yesterday. I'm obsessed with that dude.
Fucking A.
I'd make love to him. If I could.
I think it's weird
out.
if you wouldn't. Like, he's a beautiful man.
Right. Right.
Period.
I'm not the only one. William, thanks for joining live. Great to see you, man. It's been a while.
Yeah.
All right. So this was, well, let's do initial thoughts of this episode. What are your sort of surface?
Where the fuck has Reva been, or Reva, or whatever, been this whole fucking time?
I don't even know what her name
like,
is.
Okay, so here's the thing. After our last episode, or maybe it was before, I don't remember. Fucking brain's not all there. But I was watching Queen's Gambit, and I finished it. And I realized, holy shit, Moses Ingram she's the chick in there. And she's a fantastic actor.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly. You don't even realize it's her until the fucking end. She's great. Wow. She's amazing.
Oh, I did not realize that.
Yeah. So she's a great actor. And then we get this episode where, oh my God, she learned how to act. And it's like, I don't think it's her. I think it's either the direction, the writing, or both.
I think it's the writing. I think it's also a lot of people bitching. You know, just...
No, man, she's been so like this the whole fucking time.
See, but I thought the first 3 episodes, she was like the only real bad person, like the only bad guy. And so I was like, yeah, like let her fuck people up and cut limbs off. That's she's evil. Like, why would you not want that? And then, you know, the 4th episode, I was like, all right, maybe I'm just fucking drinking the Kool-Aid. And this episode, I was just like, okay, now I understand why. Like, I get it.
Yeah, no, I totally bought her character, and I'm on board now.
I think we're the minority, though. I have to be honest.
Yeah, you know, honestly, I'm gathering that too. Every time I talk to somebody about this, it's like I swear it's the same people that were like fucking filleting Book of Boba Fett are hating on this.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to meet the person that fillets Boba Fett because I feel like I could probably get filleted.
Dude,
I feel like I could spin a web of bullshit at least enough to get my dick wet.
I mean, probably wouldn't be that difficult. Like, let's be fair. But yeah, it's like
put a jetpack on my penis.
It was bad. It was very, very, very bad. Even the people in it hated it.
Yeah, that's the worst part.
Yeah.
Like we saw it with the sequel trilogy. We saw it with this, and everyone's just like, "What are we doing now? Why are we still doing this? Like, can we just stop the madness?" And then there's like insane fucking people who don't even watch the shows. They're like, "Crucify the fucking mouse! How dare they ever come close to any of our beloved IP?" And like, well, they're just trying to make money. Like that's what this. It wouldn't exist if it weren't for George wanting to make money. Like that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, so those are our initial thoughts. To be fair, it's Father's Day. I've been drinking. Like that's my. That's how I celebrate.
I'm working on it.
That's how I
drinking
celebrate
for all the kids that I don't have.
Yeah, one drink for every kid you don't have. That's the rule.
I mean, considering it's like wiping out the Roman Empire every night in the bathroom. I mean, that's a lot of drinking I got to do. Just saying.
Damn. Every potential life matters. Everyone's sacred. You know, everyone matters.
Oh my God.
Fucking
dude, just a little side note. Like, I don't watch TV. Outside of stuff like this, I really don't have time to watch TV. I leave it on for my dogs when I'm gone because otherwise they go crazy. And there was a fucking Mike Lee commercial on talking about how apparently everybody else in this state is trying to make abortion up to day of birth legal. It's like, I don't think this guy knows what he's talking about.
Mike Lee needs to eat a dick. Yeah. Any one of the fucking Utahns that believes anything that comes out of Mike Lee's dick holster needs to fucking like just put a bullet in their brain and save us all a whole lot of time and effort.
Yeah, and here's the thing: if they did that, we couldn't come for their guns. Just saying.
Solutions. We are proposing solutions to your problem. That's what we do.
Right.
That's what we do with the fucking. I feel like if we were prepubescent kids who had never touched a boob, we would have a sea of fans watching and agreeing with us. But because we're adults with lives, no one gives a fuck.
That's true. That is very true.
That's how I convince myself that life is okay to live continually.
You're
like,
right.
No,
we're already
it's not me.
Past our prime.
It's definitely not me. It's other people. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. All right. So this episode was directed by Deborah. This is gonna be a weird episode. This is directed by Deborah Chow, written by Joby Harold and Andrew Stanton. Released June 15th, this past Wednesday. I don't know. Let's talk about the episode because there was a lot of stuff in here that was like straight up gold.
Yeah, right from the get-go even. Like, it starts with a flashback on Coruscant at the Jedi Temple. That was just, like, that made the episode. Like, I'll just say it right now. That was the best fucking part. Well, second best part of this episode was just the back and forth of Obi-Wan trying to explain, hey, Vader, you're... Or, well, Anakin. Like, you're a fucking twat, dude. Chill the shit out.
You're a twat. Stop being a twat. What are you doing?
I mean, that's pretty much what it
was.
And
he's like, what's a twat? I'm a Jedi. I don't know what that means.
No, even Uncle George has gone on the record saying they can have relations. They just can't be
attachments.
Serious.
They can have hooahs.
Yeah,
they
exactly.
just can't.
Everybody.
They just can't enjoy
like, hey,
it.
Want to get married?
Like, Anakin asked every whore if he could get married. I love you. Like, this is wonderful. Will you marry me?
He waited until the pedophile said yes.
Oh my gosh. But yeah.
She is a fucking pedophile. Anybody that wants to argue that has never seen the prequel trilogy.
You're an angel. I'm going to fuck you.
Yeah. That's exactly what she's like. You know what? I'll give it...
Let's wait till you're in middle school first, though.
Yeah, I'll give it 6 years until he's older. Then I'm going to fucking wreck him. Yeah, totally not creepy.
Wow. All right.
Totally not creepy or grooming.
It is true, though.
It's 100% true.
Weird. All right. You go, George. You have a plan and you're gonna put it into motion. Damn the social construct.
Exactly. But yeah, so that's great. Like that back and forth, like it's beautiful to see the dueling. And then it goes to present time and they're on Jabeam or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
And Vader's like, hey, let's go get these guys. Oh wait, first go ahead and kneel, Grand Inquisitor. And she's Reva's
like.
Can
we talk about that really quick? Because I know by addressing that up front, we're talking already about the end here. But would Vader do that long game? Like, what does he gain out of playing that long game? Like, you are now the Grand Inquisitor. You've led me to Obi-Wan. By all means, that's all he cares about. So yeah, that like on the surface, that makes sense that he would do that. And then we learn later that he already knew that she was bullshitting him, and so he was just playing along this weird long game. Like, well, we're hoping that she's telling the truth, and so we're gonna. I don't see Vader doing that.
I'm kind of on the fence because on one hand, this is early Vader. This is angry Vader.
Right.
This is conniving Vader. Yeah. So I can kind of see him doing that because, especially with the comics, we know he's got a track record of fucking with these guys hardcore. So on one hand, it's like I totally believe that he would do that because, as they're fighting and shit, he's like, I figured you're going to do this. I just wanted to see if I was right.
Yeah.
So there's that. But at the same time, it's like, he could have just fucking got to Obi-Wan and snuffed her to begin with, because why wouldn't he?
But he didn't even snuff her. That's the worst part about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is the big conversation that's going on amongst the Star Wars fucking nerddom. Mm-hmm. Is if Qui-Gon gets a saber in the gut and dies, how come no one else ever does? Like,
well, that's a very easy answer. Because he got it through the spinal cord. Because it was a straight shot. Everybody else that we've seen, it's been off to the side. So all they're doing is like cutting like vital organs.
Yeah, those. I don't know. We have mod parlors now, so it's fine. It's okay.
Exactly. This is sense. Like a 20-year difference, so it makes sense.
Oh, wait, all right. Okay.
A story. Okay. That's why.
So Obi-Wan lands on that sort of like waypoint station area, and everyone's like, look, we are going to die because the Empire is coming. What are we supposed to do? Vader's going to keep us here, and there's nothing we can do. And then all of a sudden, batteries not included closes their fucking blast door above them.
Yeah.
Like, it is that, right?
That's straight up.
I'm not the only one.
Nope. I never saw that until you just said that. Now that's all I'm going to be able to think about.
It's batteries not included, which is great. I grew up with it. I loved it. It was great, but it's weird. So I thought that was a tracking device. I didn't know it was a make me evil device.
Yeah, that's what the third sister set it up as, was, I put a tracker on there.
Yeah. And then suddenly she's like remote controlling him?
I guess.
With the fucking, and Leia straight up said it was like a mini version of what R2 had in the Jawa's fucking thing. A restraining bolt.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know controlled you. I thought it subdued you. So I'm like a little bit sort of off my Star Wars nerd kilter a little bit already. I was like, wait, what? That doesn't make sense. Okay.
Well, I mean, this is also Disney, where they're rewriting canon every fucking day. So you just have to accept certain things if you're going to keep up.
So she was like, I'll do it. And the guy's like, you're a fucking kid. Fuck off. And Obi-Wan's like, I believe in her. Get her a ladder.
Yeah.
And then she gets up there and she literally doesn't know what the fuck she's doing. So the dude was right.
It's not that hard. You're staring at the panel. You got to look for the red one. It doesn't take 20 minutes to find a fucking red colored thing.
She was just like slap fighting the wires. She had no idea what she was doing.
Yeah. This is a typical kid. Oh, I got this.
I got it. Just give me a ladder. I'll take care of it. Don't you worry. All right.
A screwdriver.
Kid, you must be telling the truth because you're sassy. So that was the only point that I for like a 3 count. I was just like, fuck this girl. Like, up until this point, I've been like, she's amazing. Like, as an actress, I think she's great. She's young, but she's doing exactly what they're asking of her, and she's amazing for the role. But as soon as she was like, give me a ladder, I was like, fuck you. Grown-ass men and women who have been dealing with this technology their whole lives, they can't figure it out, but a 10-year-old?
Yeah, and that was the thing, too. It's like,
get the fuck out of here.
Oh, well, we can't get up there and do it. And it's like, she's literally right at the entrance.
You want to get up there?
I'm a stout gentleman, and I could probably fit my upper torso in there to go. And
that's all it was, too. Yeah. All you need is your arm and like a little bit of your head so you can see what you're doing. That's it.
Pretty much.
All right. But you know what? Support the kids. They feel like they can do it. Yeah. Wasn't Alexander the Great like 16 or something?
I mean, that sounds like it could be true.
I feel like that sounds like it could be true, so
yeah,
let's just run with it.
Yeah, we'll just say it is.
Why not let Leia, the 10-year-old girl, fix all of the problems? That was weird to me.
Yeah.
And then they like landed, and they had like all the troopers come out in their platoon formations, looking all dope. And Reva comes right up the middle. They all move out of the way. They have a fucking like a massive artillery weapon firing at the blast doors, and Reva's just like standing right in front of it. Like, no, there's no such thing as like I don't know, shrapnel coming right back at you, or danger of I don't know, any like a fucking what is that even called? When it bounces, I can't even think right. What is it called when the fucking ricochet off the fucking blast doors to hit you in the face? She's just like, no, I got this. I'm good. And everyone else is just standing right in front of it. That's something that you should be like behind a barrier.
Nah, it's cool because they got plasteel armor, so they'll be safe. As long as nothing else touches them, like a blaster, a laser sword, a bird dropping a rock, like they're good.
Where'd you get the swallows then? Yeah. I thought that was a little bit strange. It was like maybe I don't know, duck.
Well, and then especially like fast forwarding a little bit when Obi-Wan's trying to negotiate with her, I guess.
Stalling.
And she just
he
sticks her lightsaber through and cuts up the thing. It's like, why didn't you just do that to begin with? If it wasn't opening, just go, whip. Okay, guys, let's get in.
This isn't working, ma'am. Oh, and Obi-Wan wants to have a conversation. So like, no, I'm just going to stick my lightsaber through it and just be done with it. And instead, she has like this heartfelt fucking conversation between a fucking wall. Now, I want to bring a little bit of reality into this because this is... So my son went to basic training, and in like real life, one-on-one, me, you know, playing games and dragging him on hiking and just sort of living with him. I never really had these like in-depth conversations with him, but I've discovered that through letters, he and I have been able to actually communicate in a really personal, like intimate and meaningful way as like a father and son. And so this weird separation between Obi-Wan and Reva of this blast barrier, it kind of made sense to me in a weird way, because I was like, but I'm having that same thing over distance, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe it makes sense that she would suddenly open up to him for no apparent reason.
I mean, that is like, I mean, that's real life. Honestly, like a lot of my family, I've gotten closer to that way, like the same as you and your son, like just writing through the letters and shit. Like a lot of my cousins went on Mormon missions, and I mean, fuck, my one cousin, we became like really close friends because all we did was talk fucking death metal and shit while he was on his mission. It's crazy awesome. How that works when you have nothing stopping you from opening up.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
It's weird. So with that in mind, I bought the scene.
Mm-hmm.
But if I remove that,
especially because he's already like, of course, with every episode, we're seeing him progressively become more and more Obi-Wan with his Force abilities. And he's just fucking reading her. Like, that's all it was. She's like, I'm saying words. And he's like, bitch, I hear this shit, no, but you're talking about something else.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, it was totally believable.
I really enjoyed that scene a lot. I mean, not only did it give us a little bit of knowledge about who this character is, and we finally understand that, yes, in fact, she was the youngling from Anakin going in and just exterminating everyone, but also that she wasn't here to hunt down Obi-Wan. She was here to get close to Vader as the Grand Inquisitor and then try her best to take him out. So this is a revenge story. This is not a hunt and kill mission. And that completely shifts the narrative. And no one's really addressed that. And I watch a lot of Star Wars stuff online, and so I'm like a little bit stunned that no one's addressed it as of yet, because it completely changes everything.
Yeah.
Not just adding context to the character, which everyone is talking about, but the fact that everything we thought we were watching is now completely recontextualized and it's completely different. And so we have to look on the character with this new information, not what we had brought to it, not what we wanted out of it, not what we expected, but what's presented now. And with that in mind, I really liked her even more. Like, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, this episode is what won me over on that character.
Yeah. It's weird.
Yeah, it's like we actually finally find out who she is, and then we like her.
Yeah, and then she gets her ass cut down.
Well, and that's the funny thing. That's the second time Vader has done that shit.
First of all, I'm loving Vader every episode more and more.
I've gotten past his build because it is Christensen in the costume, right?
No, Christensen has admitted that he's not tall enough, and so they have a double for the costume.
I was wondering because he doesn't have the same build as like the other Vaders have. So it's
you
like
mentioned it in a past episode too. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember, but yeah, it's like I've gotten over that. I just don't give a fuck. Like, this is a great example of Vader in the earlier years.
But I've bought the physicality. Like, I did think it was Christensen the whole time, and I was just wrong. But like, I thought he did such a great job of mimicking the sort of the restraints that character would have on his form, and you know, the swinging of a lightsaber and how he engages with other people on a regular basis. I bought it, and now that I know that it is in fact another actor who's just playing the Vader role, like, it makes even more sense. And I just dig it. But Vader, you know, he's coming out here. He just wants to. He doesn't even want to kill Obi-Wan. He wants to torture him still. You know, we're at a carryover position from, I think it was the 3rd episode when he had burned Obi-Wan. We're at that carryover episode where he's still a monster. We can't forget that Vader's a straight up fucking, like, just a goddamn badass. Yeah. And he doesn't even want to capture him. He doesn't want to kill him. He just wants to torture him, just to fuck with him a little bit, just to mentally terrorize him in the same way that he has been terrorized every single day since Mustafar. And if you go into it with that mentality, Vader's actions to his Inquisitors make perfect sense. He's been tortured by fucking Palpatine for this decade as Vader. Like, he's been under straight up torture his entire life as Vader. So of course he's going to pay that forward with anyone that works with him, and then all of his enemies, especially the guy who put him in the goddamn suit. Right. It just makes perfect sense to me. I just loved it so much. Just seeing Vader. Okay, so Vader's like, hold him as Obi-Wan. Okay, can we? I'm sorry, I'm bouncing around a lot here. Obi-Wan gives himself up, but not really.
Yeah. Yeah, why would they fucking just be like, oh, okay, yeah, go put him back in the hold where he already was with just a couple stormtroopers?
So weird. They know they have a ship over there. Like, blast doors closed or no, you know he's got fucking people back there. Just, why wouldn't you put him in your ship? Or put him in restraining bolts? Or put him in that weird...
keep him right there where an entire garrison is pointing their fucking weapons at him.
So weird. And they're just like, okay, go back to where you were.
Yeah. Yeah, he's unarmed, and there's a lot of people there that can kill him. Just keep him right there.
And then even that like, I'm giving myself up thing was bullshit, because he didn't. He just went over there. He's like, hey, I'm gonna fuck with you. Hey, you want to get Vader? This is your chance. I'm bringing Vader to you. You're not bringing me to him.
Yeah,
which was a great line, but he didn't. Like, yes, Vader's gonna come down to planet side to get Obi-Wan, but Obi-Wan didn't give himself up. Like, I don't even remember how. He just got back in the ship.
Well, because he killed the stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Like, they all went back into the thing, and he's like, fuck these guys.
He twisted his mustache.
Took out the 4 stormtroopers and then ran to the fucking ship.
Yeah. So that battle when they were like pushing into where the ships were, and that droid. Oh my gosh.
Okay, that shit.
Oh my gosh.
I fucking hate. I hate the fact that shit kills me, and I blame shit like short circuit.
Yeah,
batteries included. Anytime a droid dies, it's like an animal dying.
Yeah,
And even today, I already know what to expect. I remember it vividly, and I still almost fucking cried. It's like, God damn it, he's going back to Tala. No!
It was so shitty because he doesn't even look like a droid. Like the way he moves it, it was like, it's a dude in a suit. Why are they doing this to us? And then he like powers down as a shield. I was just like, oh!
Yeah, no, that's shit. Just talking about it, it's fucking
crazy.
Like that was an intense ass moment.
I just loved it so much. I didn't realize they had that tight of a connection. Mm-hmm. Like that was like an L3 Lando connection, you know, like an R2 Luke connection, like a C-3PO and no one connection.
Right.
No one fucking cares about that golden guy.
Well, for me, it was like a lesser K2SO death.
Oh,
like he's like, I'm going to take care of you.
Yes.
With my last
100%.
I mean, I guess robot breath. We'll just say
but
that.
It was great. It was such a good scene. Like I didn't feel like the gravity of it was appreciated because there was so much else going on. But it was a scene that deserved like Scorsese or Coppola taking time to put it into action. Because like when I saw it, I was like, oh fuck me, that's beautiful. And my wife was like, what are you talking about?
Honestly, like second viewing, it's because the first time I watched it, it just felt way too rushed. And it's like, that is a heavy fucking moment.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the way I'm taking it is Obi-Wan was starting to get a thing for this chick. And that's Obi-Wan's MO is he falls for somebody and then watches them fucking die in front of him.
That's what he does.
Everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, like second time, you know, right before she hits the button on the thermal detonator, it does slow down a little bit and it gets a little quiet. And it should have been drawn out, but I understand why it wasn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a heavy fight.
I just thought it was great. I just love that so much. Like the fact is you have relationships with the material objects that you exist around, you know? So whether it's a car or a robot or a fucking, I don't know, a coffee machine, like you build these weird emotional attachments based on your own life experience and stuff. And in the context of like a literal droid, they're providing a service for you on a daily basis, you know, so it's like a service animal at that point. And of course you're going to deeply love that creature because it's taking care of you. And to just see it reciprocate in that really basic way of I'm dying. I'm going to make sure that I'll do everything I can to extend your life just that much longer. Fuck me. Oh, goddamn, that's so good.
Yeah, that shit fucked me up.
So good. So then the Vader comes in and nothing can stop him, and the ship starts taking off, and I come.
God. Yeah, straight up. Straight the fuck up. It's like, oh God, I need a cigarette. I haven't smoked in like 4 years, and I need a pack.
Wow. You want to talk about that?
Dude, holy shit. Just one, he's a badass, period. But, you know, we see him get to the center, ship's getting ready to take off, and he just nonchalantly, hand up, starts pulling it down like it's nothing, smashes the shit down, and doesn't even like casually walk up to it. He just starts ripping the motherfucker apart like it's just a piece of tinfoil on a Kinder Egg. So like he is nonstop. And then of course we see the other ship fly off, a la Last Jedi.
Yeah.
But
I don't care. Like it was worth it.
Fucking good,
dude. I mean, like. I remember when Force Unleashed came out and George Lucas was like, look, we just wanted to make a video game that was sort of like above and beyond, over the top, you know, just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so we had that scene and we were just like, yo, this is awesome. Fuck yeah.
That's still, I put that down as one of the most life-changing events that has ever happened to me, ever. Like right up there with the first time I did drugs and first time I had sex. Pulling down the Star Destroyer with just a force. Yeah, right up there with it.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
and to see Vader fucking do it. It wasn't even like, because, you know, when Starkiller was doing it in the video game, it took effort, you know? I mean, he was just like, like he was putting himself into it. And Vader was just like, get back here. No. Come here. I was so badass. I never thought I would ever see that. And the whole time I was just screaming. It was like, fuck! Oh my gosh! Yeah! Yeah! Fuck yeah! I was like a maniac for, 2 minutes. It was awesome.
It was great.
And even when the other one went off, and I heard later people were like, "Well, why didn't you stop the Falcon like that?" Fuck you! Like the Force has a reach, and he was focused on something else, and like it's a whole different thing. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Like we had our moment, and let's just enjoy the moment that we were given. Like that's what matters. And then we see Reva coming up behind him.
Yeah, that's
like does she realize? Yeah, she was doing the Scooby-Doo fucking do. Does she realize who she's walking up on? Like,
yeah, that was the thing I didn't understand is, like, she should know better.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no way you're sneaking up on Vader. There's no fucking world that exists that one of his fucking Inquisitors is gonna sneak up and stab him.
Well, and then to do it the way she did it, like, don't draw your lightsaber, walk up with your lightsaber pointing at the motherfucker and hit the button.
Yeah.
It's like you have more chance of being able to fuck him up at least a little bit by doing that.
God. I love the boldness that she did it, though. She was just like, no, this is my moment.
Well, and then the
not gonna miss my
that,
shot.
Like, she does that shit, and he fucking's just sitting there swatting her lightsaber away like it's nothing. And then he steals the fucking lightsaber, separates it, and is like, all right, bitch, let's do this. It's like, yes!
Here's half.
Fucking Vader right there.
I'm giving you half back. I do want to, like, point out the fact that the way that they had him sidestepping and moving around is so fucking every, like, kung fu movie master.
Yeah.
Like, I just loved that so much. We always see, like, this white hero going to this ancient Asian teacher to teach them kung fu in some form, and they just, like, laugh at them and wisp their beard away and just duck and dodge every move that they try to get them, and they just fuck them up in the end. And we know that Star Wars is heavily influenced by Japanese filmmaking, and so to see that little scene paid off in that same sort of master apprentice way, and Vader's a goddamn half robot, and to see him still pull it off,
that was just beautiful. That is what I wanted from this show.
I just want him to see fight Obi-Wan now. Like, we have to see that, because fuck. Okay, so of course he beats Reva. There's no other universe that exists where Reva gets a hit on him. Like, she didn't even get one strike, right?
No, she almost got his hand.
Like
almost. Which would have done nothing, because it's not even real.
Yeah.
That's
like, I got you.
So that was one thing upon second viewing I was thinking about. It's like, how, to what extent do the Inquisitorius know what's real and what's not on Vader? Or do they even know?
Oh, shit.
So it's like, if she knows, like, why wouldn't she go for those areas?
Right, but how would she know? Like, he doesn't, that's his vulnerability. He doesn't show that. That's why everyone, and myself included, was freaking out when she even knew it was Anakin. Like, that's a secret. He doesn't tell shit. Well,
and fucking Obi-Wan even says that. Like, how the fuck do you know, kid?
Yeah.
And which I want to step back a little bit too. Like, with that, like, that's fucking heavy, because at this point we know Revenge of the Sith, Vader knows how to block his feelings and just everything from everybody. This is 10 years after that, and she still is able to see through his facade to realize it's, that's Anakin Skywalker. Like, she's got to be pretty fucking powerful for that, to break through one of the most powerful Sith's defenses. So that was something that kind of blew my mind away when I realized, like, actually considered it. It's like, damn, that's fucking heavy.
Yeah, let's talk about that for just a second, because at the time that he stormed the Jedi Temple, he deemed Darth Vader already. So he went in there as Vader, but no one else knew that except for Palpatine, right? So when she sees Anakin, she sees, oh, it's a Jedi Knight come to save us. And then he fucks up all her friends and stabs her in the stomach, apparently. And she's like, oh, I'm going to, fuck this dude. I'm going to pretend like I'm dead, and I'm going to come back and I'm going to fuck him up, which, all right, props. But how does she know he's the mechanical, like, he never once said, I am Darth Vader and I will kill you, child. Like, I don't know, bad guys do. I mean, that's what I would do. But every kid I've killed, I've told him who I was first. It's like, how does she know? Like, that's a good question. It's one thing to know it's Anakin Skywalker that killed you. Or all your friends. It's another thing to know that Anakin Skywalker is now the robot assassin.
Yeah.
How do you put that together? That doesn't make, unless she overheard a clone trooper saying, "Lord Vader, we have secured the Then she's like, "Oh, it's Vader." But then even she's like a kid. I don't remember anything from when I was a kid. I mean, a traumatic moment maybe, but then you tend to forget those to protect yourself.
I mean, yeah, exactly. You forget.
I'm calling bullshit on this whole she knows who he is. It doesn't make sense.
She fucking stole his wallet. That's what it was. He hasn't changed his name yet.
Fucking thief. These goddamn ex-Jedi handlers just like getting in there and taking your wallet. The scourge. You gotta fucking get rid of them. Yeah, I don't know. That was weird to me that even her explanation, I was like, but how still? Like, I get that she saw him. She knows Anakin. I mean, she was a Padawan. Anakin's a goddamn war hero. Like, of course she knows. She knows Obi-Wan because he's a fucking master. Yeah. But how does she know she's Vader? Like, did he take his helmet off on like a break? And they were like, "Hey, share this orange with me. Let's talk." No.
It's because she saw him in the back to tank when she stole his wallet. That's what it was.
That's why I never get in a back to tank. Because you can't.
Or at least you take your fucking wallet with you.
You know what I do? I tuck my wallet at the end of my shoe when I get in the back to tank. Like everyone who ever goes into a swimming pool. Because thieves never look at the end of your shoe.
It's true.
To take your wallet. All right. Maybe Vader, do that next time, okay? Yeah. Put it in your shoe. Have your fucking lackeys put your wallet in your shoe when you get in the back to tank, loser. All right.
Yeah, so that ends with the Grand Inquisitor proper showing up and being like, "We got you, fucker." I mean, Grand Inquisitor.
I hate that dude. I hate that dude so much. I didn't like him in Rebels. I thought he was a douchebag in Rebels.
I hated him a lot more in Rebels than I do in this.
I don't like his face. I don't like how he talks. I don't like his makeup. I hate the character. Everything about him sucks. I don't know why Vader puts up with him. Like, if you let your
because he doesn't even do anything. Well, actually, that's probably what it is. Because he doesn't actually do anything. Just like Boba Fett was his go-to guy who did nothing.
No disintegrations. Yeah, no problem. I can't even hit him. It's okay.
Yeah.
God damn.
So that's probably what it is. He likes to have people around him that make him look a lot better.
It's a culture of failure, the Empire. That's how you get ahead in life. You just fucking continue to suck, apparently.
Hey, you know what? If there's somebody that sucks more than you, it makes you look great.
Yeah. I can't stand the Inquisitor, so he comes over, "I'm going to leave you as a rat. We picked you up in the first place." Yeah. All right, fucking weirdo. All right, you won, I guess. You have a hole in your stomach, but you win. You're awesome.
Right.
Except Reva doesn't die.
Yeah.
And fucking Obi-Wan leaves Bail Organa's fucking voicemail on the ground.
So he didn't.
I know it wasn't him. But
yeah, the one dude. Like that
Why would he trust it with that fucking asshat?
I don't understand why he got his blaster and his fucking lightsaber. Nonetheless, his communicator that he's not supposed to fucking have with the information that he's definitely not supposed to have.
Doesn't make sense. I don't trust you at all, but here's my lightsaber. Here's an invaluable voicemail token. And take the girl as well.
Yeah.
This is the dude that fucking lied to you. Like, you're just going to trust him now? He said, literally, when he got on this goddamn path fucking room, "There's a lot of money to be made here." He's a vulture that's living off the people you're trying to save. And you're just like, "Here's everything I have."
Right.
Why?
Well, it's because he understands what it's like to be a Jedi now because he's running from the Empire.
But it was like, right after that, he's like, "I'm going to make money off these poor saps."
Yeah.
There's great business opportunities here. Unbelievable. Like, I feel like no one thought about how shitty that would be. Like, why would Obi-Wan ever trust this douche?
Yeah, why wouldn't he leave it with fucking Leia?
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
That would make more sense. She's fucking force sensitive. She's smart as shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, that'd just be cool to see her fucking running around with a lightsaber and a blaster.
She like lit up a lightsaber and accidentally killed someone. Like, I didn't know how it worked. I'm sorry. I'm 10. I'm a 10-year-old. You all forget because I opened a blast door that I'm 10. No one at 10-year-old knows anything at all. You're a fucking dumbass that's waiting for Saturday morning cartoons. Like, that's as good as it gets.
I mean, that sounds pretty awesome. But
I mean, I did it, so it's, I lived that reality. Did you ever wonder, like, the gravity of Leia having this much experience with Obi-Wan, and then 10 years later, she's like, I don't really know who this guy is, except that he fought with my father in the Clone Wars.
Well, it's because his name is different. She knows him as Ben.
Right.
But the guy that she's addressing is Obi-Wan.
Yeah. I feel like that has been broken, though. Because everyone around him is calling him Obi-Wan, and she's right there the whole time.
Yeah, she's got other shit going on. She's a kid. She's not paying attention.
She's thinking about Teletubbies, and I don't know what kids think about. Fucking... I literally have no idea. It's been too long.
That's fair.
Whatever they're thinking about, it's definitely not reality, apparently. I feel like she should know by now. Like, you know, like now she's like, no, I know who this dude is. We hold hands and we have like moments. Like, I know Ben. And then as soon as she's on the Millennium Falcon with Luke 10 years later, her brother, and she's like, I'm sorry that this old man that you knew for 3 days died.
Right.
Saving me. You must be really distraught. Not one moment did she be like, oh, wait a second.
Like, you're sad. I had an adventure with him.
Yeah. I had an adventure with him. You just sat in your bed and cried in your pillow. Like, I literally fucking was stolen. Like, fuck you, Luke. Who are you? This whole thing is setting up Leia to be like the badass that Yoda wanted her to be, you know, which I'm okay with. It's just, it's different. This is all. I like Leia. I think she's cool. All right. What are we talking about? So Reva living. Let's talk about that.
Knew it would happen.
Really?
I mean, yeah.
I really thought she was going to die.
I didn't. Because, like, the thing is, she is the anti-hero of this. Yeah. And especially because of this episode, she's definitely the anti-hero. And I think that's going to be how Obi-Wan gets away, is that there's going to be that final confrontation. She's going to intervene, trying to get on the Empire's good side, because she's the one that saw the message. Right. She's the one that knows, oh, the fucking Anakin has kids on Tatooine? Shit. I got to be able to use that somehow.
Well, here's the weird part of that, is that it never overtly said who the kids were, who they were from. You know, it just said that there were, like, it was very vague in the way it set it up. And so I'm wondering if they set it up to be so vague that she's going to go to Tatooine just to figure it out, to find out what the fuck's up. And then she's not really ever going to put it together. Or if she does, she's going to end up defending Luke from Vader, because she's going to feel that, like, I was in your place. I was a kid and Vader came and fucked me up. So I'm going to protect you. But then if Vader ever lands on Tatooine, that blows apart A New Hope. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
so,
pretty much.
What do you think? Like, what? How are they going to reconcile that?
I don't know. I think she's going to try to intervene, like throw that out to get back on his good side. And then somehow it's going to turn into her getting in between him and Obi-Wan, and that's getting her killed.
Ooh, you think Obi-Wan's going to put her down?
Fucking maybe. I think more than likely it would be Vader, because he's having a hard time. He's having that conflict of, you know, taking lives.
I don't know, man. He was taking those stormtroopers down pretty easy.
Yeah, but that's also, like, he's quite clearly protecting a group of motherfuckers trying to get out. That is his job as a Jedi. But if it's like a 1-1 thing, I don't think he would necessarily try to kill her. So do you
I mean, we only have one episode left. It's supposed to be a long one, but still it's only one episode left. Do you think that she's going to get to Tatooine and have like a one-on-one with Obi-Wan?
It kind of seems like that's where it's going.
It does, yeah.
But I don't know.
Can we just talk about how fucked up Bail Organa is for sending that message in the first place?
Dude, you know what I'm getting from this? His role in Dexter. Like, dude, shut the fuck up. seriously, you're gonna blow your fucking cover, and then Michael C. Hall's gonna have to snuff your ass. Which I wouldn't say no to. Right. I'm just throwing that out there. Like if Michael C. Hall shows up and he fucking kills him for some reason,
like a,
that'd just be great.
I could see Michael C. Hall being a badass Inquisitor, to be honest.
That'd be awesome.
First of all, I don't think he gets enough props for being as good of an actor as he. If you watched him in 6 Feet Under, then you watched him in Dexter, this dude's got range.
Yeah. Well, and if you've ever listened to his fucking music, it adds music. Oh my God, dude. I need to fucking... All right. I'm going to try to remember to bring some records over next weekend. Okay. But yeah, fucking amazing. Like he did Broadway and shit for years.
Wow.
He was Hedwig in Hedwig and the Angry Inch. He's got a band right now that he tours with regularly.
No idea.
Like they met in there, and it's... God, he's fucking amazing, dude.
Weird. Okay.
Like, honestly, one of the greatest shows I've ever been to was seeing that.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Let's get him in Star Wars. Why not?
Right? He should be.
He'd be badass. I want him as like one of the old school Sith, though. You know? Like fucking just like running a whole Sith academy or like a fucking a battalion of Sith in the field, like fighting Jedi. Like I want him to be like a big ass bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, they keep talking about Old Republic shit. I mean, there's no reason why they couldn't do that.
Well, I'll tell you why they won't, because they have the High Republic. They're like, nah, this is good enough.
Yeah.
Fuck, they're good enough. Like, give us what we want.
Yeah, it's not good enough. It is terrible.
I don't understand why Marvel can give fans exactly what they want and make billions of dollars, and Star Wars is like, no, we can't do that.
Well, and the thing is, too, they stay true to the fucking source material.
Yeah, the
like
comics.
When they're basing something off of one of their stories, they base it off the fucking story. And everybody, fans of the comics and fans of just looking at basically expensive cartoons, both are like, why can't you do that with Star Wars? Why?
And Star Wars is like, we have nothing to go off of.
Yeah. Fuck you, Kathleen Kennedy.
It's unbelievable.
It really is.
We have nothing to go off of. We don't know what stories to tell. What are we going to do? We're just a studio. You're the stupidest fucking human being alive. If you don't realize you have 40 years of fucking content to write off.
Oh, yeah.
But okay. I was bugged that she survived. It really, really bothered me. Not only do I not see Vader leaving a fucking survivor, like that does not register with me. It certainly doesn't register with the Vader we just watched pull a ship out of the sky and rip it apart with the Force.
Yeah, doesn't make sense.
But then why the fuck would the Grand Inquisitor, who got stabbed by this fucking bitch, let her live? What the fuck? Yeah, even if he thought she was going to die. Just for revenge's sake, put a lightsaber through her eye.
Right? Or at least cut off a fucking limb.
Yeah. I mean, that's a thing. That's a Star Wars
Vader
thing.
Just does that just cuz.
It's a Tuesday. I need to take another limb.
Like,
we have Taco Tuesday.
Hey, can I see your arm real quick? Like, that's what Vader does. So to just stab her, it's like,
It's the funniest image I've ever fucking thought of. Yeah. Fuck. I don't like that she lived. Like, maybe they're going to have this really wonderful humanizing story arc, which I'm 100% certain they're going to. That's why they let her live. It kind of bothers me that Vader's like, all right, well, you learned your lesson, so fuck off. And then he walks away. No, it's Vader. You're Vader. Fucking cut her up.
For his character.
Make sushi. Fucking make bait for fishing. I don't know. Like, fuck her up, man. Rip her apart like you did the ship 2 seconds ago. God.
Right. Maybe he was exhausted. That's why. Because he just put too much effort into that ship.
Do a Kill Bill and take her eyeball. Fuck, that would be badass. He just like force pulls her eyeball out.
That'd be so dope.
Squishes it. He drops it on the ground and squishes it with his foot like Memnoch the Devil. Like, fuck you.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. There's a goddamn reference for us.
Everyone's like, books. I don't understand.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know. What else we got with this episode?
Well, so then it just ends with them taking off. and then you hear, and that's clearly the hyperdrive going out. If you've ever watched The Phantom Menace,
that's how it works.
And then fucking homeboy comes to the back, sits down, is like, shit, man, our fucking hyperdrive's fucked, and they're right behind us. What do we do? And Obi-Wan's just like, fuck, and that's how it ends.
Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah.
I left my voice machine with a douchebag who dropped it. Fuck.
Yeah, I didn't like the ending.
Yeah.
I understood why they did the ending the way they did, but yeah, it was very meh.
Well, let's talk about your favorite moment of this episode.
So that's hard because really I've got two. The whole flashback stuff that's essentially spelling out the entire episode. That's great. Like, this is what the prequel trilogy should have been, because it's two people on an actual set seeing each other and doing things versus, man, there's a lot of blue around here. Fuck.
Screens, yeah.
Let's pretend that we're somewhere. At least here they've got the fucking LED screens to see stuff. But that was just great. The back and forth explaining, Obi-Wan explaining to him like, hey man, you're an excellent warrior, but you got to pull your head out of your ass. Then you can be unstoppable. Yeah. I love that. That was perfect. That made me change my mind about Hayden Christensen as Anakin.
Oh wow.
That is what, 20 fucking years of me going, fuck this guy. And I'm like, wow, cool.
Yeah. All right.
And then, of course, Vader being Vader and tearing apart that ship. That was just so goddamn awesome.
Yeah.
That, yeah. So it's really hard to decide which one, but
we didn't even talk about the level of effects that went into de-aging, because it clearly left some age. I'm okay with it because I can suspend disbelief, and it's an actor playing a role. It's not the person. So I don't mind so much, but there was a lot of hubbub about that. Do you think they should have done more de-aging?
No, because who fucking cares?
Apparently,
the thing is, honestly, he's what, 41? He fucking looks great for 41.
Yeah,
as is. Whatever, fuck. I hope I look that good. I don't even look that good now.
I feel like I look like Emperor Palpatine compared to him. I got like these bulges and fucking.
No, I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't fucking care whatsoever.
I just don't understand why we need, there was a time when you would have 30-year-old actors playing high schoolers in 90210, and everyone was like, it's the best thing ever. And now you have a 42-year-old playing a 20-year-old, and they're like, I don't believe it. How can they? We need.
I get it, because back then you did have a lot of freedom with film grain and stuff like that, because it's a copy of a copy of a copy on a screen this big. You can do whatever the fuck you want. And I mean, even now it's commonplace that a lot of CG is not, the bells and whistles and cool effects. It's making people not look like chuds.
Right.
So I understand why people are throwing a fit, because it doesn't go with modern cinema. But again, I don't fucking care. I bought it. When there were some close-ups and you saw some wrinkles that weren't there in movies that were filmed 20 fucking years ago, of course you're like, okay. But for a split second, I don't understand the bitch fitting.
Yeah, it bugs me that there's this weird expectation that everything should be picture perfect per your personal imagination.
Yeah.
They're telling a story. You're either on board or you're not. But if you're not on board, then stop talking about, bitching about it. And if you are on board, then you have to forgive. You have to suspend disbelief. You have to just buy the story. But this fucking tiptoeing on either side of the fence thing is really driving me crazy. And I think it's one of the major problems with modern Star Wars is that we complain too much about banal, meaningless shit.
Yeah.
There was a time when I was just excited this Star Wars existed. The fact that it was a thing was enough for me to be crazy excited. I was excited when there's a Monopoly Star Wars. What? Oh, if there was a book after, fucking the trilogy came out, and you're like, there's an expanded universe, there's other books, the story goes on.
Heir to the Empire changed my life.
It was a big fucking deal. We had video games, and it was like, it doesn't have to match up the way we think it should because it's still telling a great story. So as long as you're okay with the story, you need to just chill the fuck out on the details, man. Like details meaning wrinkles on a goddamn actor reprising a 20-year-old role.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking dumb.
I think of all the things to bitch about, that is the stupidest.
Right.
Like, these are the same people that probably love the mods.
Oh, goddamn.
So fuck you. Yeah. That's all I got to say.
Here. Yeah, my favorite moment, going back to that, has got to be Vader just... mine is twofold too, but it's all with Vader. Like, tearing down the ship and then just sidestepping Reva the whole time.
God, it was just
so breaking her fucking lightsaber in half and giving her half. Like, hey, let's do this like civilized fucking people.
Right.
Let me just decimate you in this way. He's so good. Oh, like, I was always afraid about having too much Vader because I didn't know if he would live up to the Vader who walked on in A New Hope and just choked a dude out on screen as his first fucking film seconds. Like that was just tell me what, I can't even remember what he fucking says. He was just like, you're rebels and I know you're part of the Rebel Alliance and you know, where are the plans? And he just crushes the dude's throat and then throws him down like a ragdoll.
This is a diplomatic vessel. Where's the consular? Yeah. No, he's a badass.
And it's just like, that's fucking Vader. And then finally we get to see another side of Vader that's equally as brutal, who has, you know, we're seeing like a younger version of that, but he's no worse for the wear, you know, in his fucking shitty attitude. Like he's still pissed off and he's going to take names. Like, I love that. He was supposed to be a horror figure when he first came out. We got used to him because we understood his backstory and the tragedy that is Anakin Skywalker, but he's still a goddamn monster. And to see him come back as the monster, it's the best. Just the best for me. So anything with Vader, man, I love it so much.
Agreed.
I still want his goddamn throne. Like, fuck, it's so bad. I just want to sit in like my living room. I want to have people come over and they're like on tiny little like wicker basket chairs. And I'm like on this stone throne. Like, I'm Sith. Fuck you.
I mean, it's only appropriate. Just saying.
Right. What's your least favorite moment of this episode? We've gone so far over.
It's okay. It was a good episode. We can talk shit. So I mean, least favorite. Honestly, I gotta say the droid dying, man. Like, don't kill the fucking droids. I mean, I got it. It pushed the story. It was a beautiful moment, but fuck, that killed me.
Yeah. I don't even like the droid in the moment hit me. Like, that's the weird part about it. Like, I've been complaining about how he looks the whole time he's ever been on screen, and then he dies. I'm just like,
yep, exactly. That was the thing. It's like, no,
dare you, like Deborah?
This guy. Why is it hurting so bad?
Deborah Chow, you're a monster. How dare you?
You're a bad man.
Deborah Chow, you're a bad man. Yeah, my least favorite for me was seeing the Grand Inquisitor come back. I knew he had to come back because we've seen Rebels. Yeah. But I've never liked him, and so him coming back and just like fucking sticking his finger in Reva's face, like, Mah.
Yeah,
fuck you.
It was pretty bad.
I just want to beat him up. I'm a grown man. I don't fight, but I want to beat him up.
It probably wouldn't be that fucking hard.
I kind of want to do it, like, especially with all the makeup he's in. He probably can't really move.
Yeah.
Just punch him in the face a couple times, and like the prosthetics start slipping off, and he can't see anymore.
Push him over. He'll probably cry.
Just push him.
Yeah,
he's an actor. He's a puss. Like, all right. We have one episode left. What's your hopes for this last episode?
Oh, fuck. Well, see, that's hard because I want to see Reva die, but I also want to see, like, I
totally want to see her die too.
I want to see her die, but I want to see her become something. I want to see.
That's not gonna happen.
I want to see, I don't know, man.
Really?
Like, if they're talking about maybe doing a season 2, like if there's a season 2, I could see it being like her being a
You think Reva's gonna live through the next episode? I don't want to live in that world.
I don't know. Hear me out.
Okay.
She goes into exile. Like, that could be like a whole other wacky side of the story. And fuck, that could bring in Cal like into the cinematic shit.
Now you're talking.
Exactly. Because he would essentially know who she is, kinda.
He's already got a Dathomir witch with him.
Yeah,
like, she's a badass.
She's a fucking badass.
Fuck. Okay.
So
okay.
like so I would like to see her escape and go into exile, because she finds out that she's not gonna be able to kill Vader. The information she has is pointless.
Yeah.
So I would like to see that. I don't know if I think we'll see that. I really don't know. That's the thing. They keep doing stuff that kind of goes against what they've sort of already set up.
I like that it keeps us guessing, though.
Yeah. I mean, that's great. Like, I shouldn't know the ending of something.
Yeah.
If I know the ending of something, as somebody who never guesses the fucking ending, you're doing story wrong.
You're doing it wrong. Yeah. I never thought about the idea of her going in exile and then being picked up with some other Jedi and maybe having some like future or whatever. I would be down with that. I don't like at this point in the time, I want her to die a horrible, painful death.
Yeah, I mean, that's just
because I suspect she's going to go and try to like do some shenanigans with Luke, and you don't fuck with Luke. I will murder a bitch.
Yeah.
You fuck with Luke. Like don't even fucking play. I'll kill a teacher. Like, I don't care. Just out of spite. Like, it doesn't even have to be the person doing it. I'll just be like, you're a teacher? Fuck you. No. I like that idea of her sort of continuing on in that fashion. My hopes for the future is I want to see another battle between Obi-Wan and Vader. We have to have that moment of Vader saying to Obi-Wan on the Death Star, "Now I am the master."
Yeah.
You know, we have to have Vader being beat by Obi-Wan as sort of like, and we have so many flashbacks to to Anakin Skywalker's juvenile view of what power means. And so to have that one more time be hammered home so that when Vader does see him and defeat him in the Death Star, it actually all feels good, because we still haven't had that. Well, Obi-Wan once thought, as you did to Luke, about, you know, turning him over, you know, to the light side. Like, we had that with Obi-Wan in the prequels, but we didn't have that to Obi-Wan in the now. So I don't know if that's a reference to what this series is supposed to pay homage to, or if we're supposed to have the homage be to the "I am now the master" line. But this all came out of one of those two lines, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I want another conflict, and I want Obi-Wan to best Vader, even though I love me some Vader and I want him to always win. We know where he ends up.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, there's no stakes if he cuts off a couple legs or an arm or anything. So
yeah,
like, it would be awesome to see him just like wreck him like that.
Dude, if he does the same thing.
Oh, that'd be like so fucking funny.
Him. It's like, "I told you, Anakin, I love you. You're my brother," as I cut your fucking limbs off for the second time. And Vader's just like, "I still hate you." Fuck you, Obi-Wan. I don't know how you do that. I don't even know how I want to see it done, but I'm hoping that they do something like that. So that I feel
yeah, because I mean, that's a tall order to live up to.
For real. Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to talk about with this?
No, I definitely think we got it covered.
And then some. Well, thank you all so much for tuning in, either live or after the fact. Let us know what you thought about this 5th episode in the Obi-Wan miniseries. Like, what is this called?
That's what it's supposed to be.
Special. I don't know. Anyway, this miniseries of Obi-Wan. Like, there's a lot of little elements that are thrown out to make you feel one way or another about the season as a whole, but also this particular episode. And there's some moments where you just can't help but just fall in love with what this series is doing. And I think at its best, that's what Star Wars has always done. We've had so many dissenters with the prequels. We have people bitching about the original trilogy. Of course, people are bitching about the sequel trilogy.
That blows my fucking mind.
But they are out there.
Like the OG shit, like, they're wrong.
I was at Costco with the tattoo you gave me, and the dude was like, "Oh, you like Star Wars?" I was like, "Fuck yeah, I like Star Wars." And he was like, "Yeah, the original trilogy kind of sucked." I was like, "What?"
How did he not get arrested? I would have punched that motherfucker in his face. I wouldn't have even given any warnings or anything. That shit, as it's coming out of his mouth before the final words there, my fucking fist is right there.
Watch him just have stumbled over his words. He's like, no, I love it. Be clearer next time. Yeah, no, it was weird. I was just like, are you out of your goddamn mind? How can you possibly love the sequel trilogy more than the original trilogy? Okay, whatever. You know, I'm old. I get it. So, thanks for watching the show, everyone. Let us know what you thought in the comments. Of course, if you appreciate the show and what we do, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the video, and share it if you're so inclined. If not, we understand. No one does. We're all alone here, but that's okay. We have each other.
Exactly. That's what it's for, damn it.
I'm your K2SO. I'll take care of you. All right. Well, until next time, may the force be with you.
You're of no further use.
Oh, shit. That's what my wife said. She pulled out the dildo. She's like, you're of no further use to me. You just had to accept it. You're right. Yeah. I bring nothing to the table.
I mean, it lasts 20 seconds, so whatever.